Hallo, guten Tag, moin moin. Hi, welcome to another video in the search for my ultimate racket. Today we're going to be taking on a new brand, one which you may not be so aware of, Prince Sports in fact. The line that we're going to be reviewing is known as the Prince Tours, or in this case the Prince ATS Tours. Firstly, starting here we have the 98. The ATS Tour line was released in 2022. Hitting with us today is Coach Blake, as you can see. This racket was very different to all the other 98s I have hit with so far. And I can say that it not just felt different, but it also performed differently.
Oh, what the...
A new addition to the channel, Ryan, joins us today. Ryan usually hits with a Yonex E-Zone 98 and was quite enthusiastic about the 98 print. So what is the ATS Tour line all about? In fact, what is Prince all about? Let's delve a bit into the history of Prince. Now, to redeem itself, the Prince Tours are part of Prince Sports, and Prince has a long legacy, a long history, a great history within tennis. The brand Prince has no bearing to any aristocrat or royalty. In fact, Prince is shortened here for Princeton, which is a place in New Jersey. The company was founded in 1970 by Robert H. McClure, who lived also in Princeton, and at the time it was a manufacturer of tennis ball machines, and then began moving to tennis rackets. Prince were one of the pioneers of modern day ball machines. But this focus was about to change when Howard Head, founder of the Head Ski Company, some years before, joined the company in the early 1970s. Now, if you were to buy a ski, typically in North America or Europe, you may have come across at that time a ski that was made by Howard Head. Now, Howard Head at the time had made his money and fame in skis and had moved on to some kind of recreational interest in tennis. At that time, the general sizes of rackets were a lot smaller. In fact, somewhere between 40 to 50 square inches smaller than rackets you would find generally today. People complain about 95s and 93s, but this would be considered back then as being very oversized. In fact, the oversized market, which was at the time stipulated between 95 to upwards to even 130 square inch. Whilst hitting balls back from the ball machine, and with such a small sized racket, Howard Head became quite frustrated by the inability to be able to play as a novice or beginner in tennis with such small head sizes. So it followed that he wanted to develop a much larger head size, a much larger tennis racket in general. Now, in the early 1970s, there was only one other company, in fact, one other racket, and only one other designer who actually had developed a larger oversized racket. in 1972. This was done by Kurt Klemmer in Deutschland with the Bentley Fortissimo. So at the time when Prince, using Howard Head's design and Howard Head's initiative to be able to develop such oversized rackets in the range from the 90 or 85 up towards 130 square inch, when they tried to actually get a patent, they were invalidated, but only in Germany by the fact that Klemmer had made this 2 years prior. But Howard Head had gone a lot further than just developing a oversized racket. What was so fascinating about the Prince line, and in fact Prince in general, is their commitment to being on the edge or being part of innovative developments in racket technology and tennis technology in general. What was so interesting about Howard Head's innovation was that it was not only an oversized racket, it was using metal, aluminium at the time. It was something which René Lacoste had only invented in 1963, and which became later on Wilson's T2000 line. But Prince didn't just develop one new racket, it developed 3 different lines. The most famous, of course, is the original graphite. Prince was one of the biggest names at one point in tennis, was winning numerous slams. They were winning all manner of different things on both sides of ATP and WTA. So what happened to Prince sports? What happened to Prince and tennis? Now, to be able to find any Prince rackets, you either have to look around for pros on various forums and hope that you see someone on Instagram or YouTube using one, as I did to find just 2 of these pros I'll mention later. But also, if you want to try and find Prince rackets, you generally have to either go down to a club and hope you'll see someone playing with them, or go to your antique store. But the decline in Prince was never really an issue of their quality, rather the continuous change in ownership. In fact, the company has changed ownership several times, starting with the Benetton Group of Italy, you heard that right, an actual sponsor and a one-time owner of a Formula One team, Benetton. Then it went to Lincoln's Share Management, which acquired Prince from Benetton in 2003, and Nordic Partners LLC in 2007. In July 2012, the Authentic Brands Group acquired the Prince brand from Nordic Partners in bankruptcy. And since September 2012, the White Company, an investment firm based in Omaha, Nebraska, has acquired a 40-year license to operate the Prince brand throughout the world. But today, of course, the Prince brand continues on, and they recovered from bankruptcy around 2014. Prince announced in March 2014 that it was moving its headquarters from New Jersey to Atlanta. As you know, Atlanta's just featured an ATP. Now, Atlanta is a lot more of a tennis community than other parts of America, though it still trails in some of the bigger cities. But this was a great move for Prince. Prince today now is starting to slowly get back together, and it'll be interesting to see what will happen with its future developments. So now you know what Prince is about. Well, what is the Prince ATS Tour line about? The Tour line is about control. It's also control power with a different kind of feel, muted stiffness. But it's predominantly about control. The 98 is not the smallest line of the Tour. You can get a 95. Of course, I don't play with 95s. And here I'm hitting with the 98.
Here? Cool. Okay.
Torque is a moment of force, or rotational force. The anti-torque system works against undue rotation of the racket at impact. Such rotation induces not only an unstable contact and thus erratic flight of the ball, but can lead to jerks in the frame itself. These jerks are vertical and horizontal in nature, but tend to be more horizontal. Had already implemented this in their previous Phantom line, by placing materials not only in the lower hoop and shaft, but also in the mid-upper hoop. Whereas the previous 2019 Tour line had materials placed in the hoop and shaft, now full stability would be implemented with materials placed at 10 and 2 o'clock. What materials are used? Textreme X. The second generation of Textreme, a carbon weave fiber that weaves Citroen into graphite Textreme matrix. Both materials are placed into the upper hoop and the shaft, directly into the carbon weave for added dampening. What is Twaron? Twaron is a para-aramid, high-performance yarn that offers lightweight, well-balanced performance in terms of mechanical properties, chemical resistance, and thermal stability. Twaron is produced since 2000 by the Tiebreaks based in Arnhem, Netherlands, after being developed by the DuPont company in the 1970s. What is an aramid? This is short for achromatic polyamide, a class of synthetic high-performance fibers, are linked through hydrogen bonds that efficiently transfer mechanical stress. These are unique because their structures characterized by polymer chains. Now, para is the second generation of this aramid. Para-aramids like Twaron and Technora have exceptional tensile strength, 2 to 3 times stronger than polyester and up to 6 times stronger than steel. Now, Textreme is a carbon weave fiber made by Textreme Oxion, a Swedish company located in Burås, Västra Götaland, about 63 kilometers east of Göteborg, which was once an industrial workers' city and home to Svenska Kulturfabriken, or SKF, and, of course, Volvo. What is a carbon fiber? It is made of thin, strong, crystalline filaments of carbon that is used to strengthen material. So carbon is good, contrary to the opinion of the lamestream Volleying. Now, Textreme is an advanced ultra-thin carbon, a ULC fiber, so this is the best technology in a Prince racket. It is marginally thinner than general ULC carbon. It gives stiffness and a greater sweet spot to the frame. 45-degree box weave pattern, as you notice, named spread toe, makes it possible to achieve thinner layers laminate. Straighter fibers with reduced crimp optimize in strength the composite. Lower crimp means less excess plastic, and this is why a 320 plus swing weight can be achieved in a 290 gram racket and still is stable. How this affects feel and movement of the racket is another thing. How it affects you in your arm, your fingers, how your sensation plays is also another thing, and it would need to be further examined if this positively, negatively affects feel and maneuverability and playability as well.
Keep going. Here. Oh, sorry. Cool. Oh, what is that? Six off. 7-6. Just out. What is that now? I did again, it's your point. Yeah, 8-7. Jawohl. So we're starting with 98 Prince Tour. If I can win the point, this will be it.
Now on ground strokes, this racket felt very average and was poor on slices. The odd off feel of this frame is the most unique I've ever felt so far. It is far from what I like in rackets. The clunkiness no doubt suits a unique type of player. Besides that garbage second generation Babolat Pure Strike BS that we had in the previous video, this has to be one of the worst 98s I've ever hit with.
aliens. Go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh wow. Ah.
I was open-minded and interested to see how the 98 would feel and perform. The 98, like the rest of the line, lived up to Prince's promise of being arm-friendly. I never experienced any pain whatsoever. It had a different feel that was a muted type of stiffness, and that's the only real words I can describe it as. And it was this to the point that it had nil feel, or very, very limited feel, from what I experienced. Despite being stable and having a sense of control, I had nil connection to the 98, and it felt very off to me.
Oh no. Okay, starting off with 98, 16 by 19. Okay. Haven't liked this racket so much so far.
What was unique about this line and the review in general was that all three of these rackets featured not only different weights or slightly and different, in this case, different head sizes, but also different string patterns. So the 98 has a 16 by 19, and then the next racket will have a 16 by 18, and finally there was an 18 by 20.
So, 98. Good.
The 200 line.
100.
The 200 line is the most unique 100 line that I've hit with so far. This 100 is a 16 by 18 string pattern, something you will not find in any other racket. And hitting with this, you would both not know that you're hitting with such an odd pattern, and was hitting with a frame that offered some spin and power, but an odd kind of control also. This was my most favourite racket on ground strokes of the three. However, it still felt like I was lacking something. The forehand was better than the backhand, and the slices, heads, were somewhat passable.
There. Hey. Just not. Need a bit more grip. Oh. Oh wow, look at that. Oh. That's the bottom of the text. Oh, wonderful. Oh yeah. Just a bit tight. Oh yeah. It's way more than a 98. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's wide. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the Babbler Pure Strike 2nd Gen. That was the Kmart racket. Oh god, hang on, cycle. Nice. Oh, wunderbar. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Oh. in shot.
Nice, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, what the?
Get ready. Get ready, get.
Oh no.
Get early, get that racket up early, it'll fly. There's so much heavy work.
No. Oh, ridiculous.
Oh, yes. Great smash by the Norwegian.
Oh, what?
The great smash by the Norwegian.
Danish. A Danish North German. I do like Norwegian. Yo. Naja. Oh.
You can do more prep when you're there so you can yeah, you can't, yeah. Nice. Good work.
Go. nice easy rally to start with. So you like it? Yeah, good shot. Yeah, everyone said that. That's interesting. we're serving with the 100.
This racket is playable as is, and you will find nil benefit to modifying it. It's already odd that there is 20 grams more, so what more can you do to gain top for greater swing weight?
That's nice. First time. This is a much better serving rack, I can already tell. It's a lot better than the 98s. The 100s with the tours, I don't know what it is, they're very good, the tours with the 100s compared to the 98s. Still not as the best racket, but 100p.
100p 18x20. This racket is about taking the 100 and making it more precise. On both ground strokes, it's better than the 98, but it has less spin despite having very similar plow through on forehands to the 100. I consider it lesser than the general 100 on ground strokes. On the backhand, it's barely passable.
Ah! Nah. That one, she was right there. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Oh. Okay, go. Oh. Hundred P. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, fucking hell.
You gotta get the rack ready. Get ready, get ready.
P, and Ryan was hitting with the 100. He was hitting with the 98 before.
Yeah. You don't need to get that. You don't have to get that one.
With all this tour line, it's obvious that these are stable frames, and so volleying is not difficult, even though I found that the previous Dunlop line was superior in this respect.
It's 100p.
That's it.
One thing I will note about these rackets is that they're really good on the kick or just second serves, just spinny serves. Yeah, all these Prince rackets seem good on serves. What I find the problem a little bit, I don't get that nice plush plow through that I do on some rackets. And this one, the kick serves are very good. I think the kick serves, this is one of the best kick serve rackets I've ever had, except for the head speed MP, which was very good. The Exotic 1.0, but I didn't like this one so much on forehands, backhands, and it was okay, but it didn't feel the best racket. But this, it's making it really well on the serves. On flat serves, this is good. I think this will be the serving racket I will choose.
As I conclude this test, I'll say that these rackets are different. They're interesting, and I learnt a lot about the Prince technology, the Prince approach, the Prince history, the background going into all of this. But at the same time, I found that these rackets were ultimately not for me. They suit a certain particular type of player. But I learned again a lot more about chemistry, about the physics involved, material science, and this is again a longer video than usual with more information. Here is where and how the group winner will be decided.